The stadium is already packed, and she hasn't even walked onto the court yet. Standing room only, cameras flashing, flags waving, and the question that nobody expected to ask just a year ago is suddenly unavoidable. Is Alexandra Eala actually the biggest draw in women's tennis right now? Stay with me, because this isn't just hype. This is about rankings, crowd reactions, global momentum, and a bold claim from former top pros who believe something massive is happening right in front of us. When former world number 11, Sam Querrey, goes on a podcast and openly asks if Alexandra Eala is bigger than Aryna Sabalenka and Coco Gauff, you stop scrolling, you listen. Because that's not a small statement. That's a seismic one. And what makes this even more fascinating is that Steve Johnson didn't hesitate. He agreed. He doubled down. He compared her impact to the effect Joao Fonseca had on the men's side last season. Let that sink in. We are talking about a 20-year-old from the Philippines who just reached a career-high ranking of no senshi. Not number 1. Not a Grand Slam champion. Not yet. And still, courts are overflowing when she plays. So what is actually going on here? Let's rewind. Just last week at the Dubai Tennis Championships, Eala made headlines again. She beat world number 8, Jasmine Paolini, in straight sets in the round of 32. Clinical, fearless, composed. Then she ran into Coco Gauff in the quarterfinals. She lost. But here's the part nobody can ignore: the crowd energy didn't fade. It intensified. Every camera angle showed packed stands, Filipino flags, chants, phones raised. It didn't feel like a typical quarterfinal. It felt like an event. And that's exactly what Querrey was pointing at. On the Nothing Major podcast, alongside former pros like John Isner and Jack Sock, Querrey posed the question: is Eala the biggest draw in women's tennis right now? That's not a casual take. That's a conversation about star power. Johnson compared her effect to Fonseca's breakout surge. Remember how every court he played on last year was standing room only? That electric buzz? That feeling that something new was happening? Johnson said Eala is creating that same wave. And here's what makes this story even deeper. Alexandra Eala isn't just another rising player. She graduated from the Rafael Nadal Academy in 2023. She sharpened her game in Manacor. She built her foundation under a system known for discipline and championship mentality. That's not accidental. But talent alone doesn't create packed stadiums. Connection does. Eala represents something bigger than rankings. For the Philippines, she's a breakthrough figure. Tennis has never had a Filipino superstar at this level in the modern era. She's not just playing matches. She's carrying hope. And that kind of emotional investment? It travels. When she first shocked the tennis world at the Miami Open last year, she was ranked number 140. Nobody expected what happened next. She defeated 3 major champions in one run: Iga Swiatek, Jelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys. That wasn't a lucky draw. That was a statement. She eventually lost to Jessica Pegula in the semifinals. But by then, the world had already taken notice. The tennis establishment saw an upset run. Fans saw a star being born. And here's where things get interesting. Crowd pull isn't always about titles. It's about narrative. It's about momentum. It's about feeling like you're witnessing the beginning of something historic. Sabalenka is world number 1 for a reason. She's powerful. She's dominant. She's established. Gauff is already a Grand Slam champion and the top-ranked American. She's charismatic, marketable, a proven headliner. But Eala right now, she feels new, unscripted, unpredictable. That curiosity factor is powerful. Every tournament she enters now carries a question mark. Can she beat another giant? Can she go even deeper? Can she actually win one? And when crowds sense that possibility, they show up early. Querrey even went further. He said if Eala wins a Grand Slam, it could be the biggest thing in the world. That's a bold prediction, maybe even premature. But think about the scale. The Philippines has over 110 million people. Add the global Filipino diaspora. Add the neutral fans who love underdog stories. Add fashion attention. Yes, she's already appeared on Vogue covers. That crossover matters. This isn't just sports hype. It's cultural momentum. Now let's slow this down and be honest. Is she bigger right now in pure commercial power than Sabalenka? Probably not. Is she more accomplished than Gauff? Not yet. But is she generating louder buzz at the moment? That's where the debate gets real, because buzz is measured in packed courts, in social media spikes, in ticket demand, and according to Johnson, in Australia and Dubai, courts were standing room only. That's not exaggeration you casually throw around. So here's the real question. Is this sustainable? That's the curiosity gap nobody is answering yet, because early waves are emotional, but sustaining stardom requires consistency. It requires deep slam runs. It requires handling pressure when expectations shift from surprise to obligation. Right now, Eala is the hunter. Soon, she will be the hunted. And that transition defines careers. Look at what happened after her Miami run. The target on her back got bigger. Opponents studied her patterns. They adjusted. Yet here she is now, ranked number 31. That's not a fluke ranking. That's progression. Her lefty patterns are sharper. Her composure under pressure is improving. Her court coverage is cleaner. She's not just riding vibes, she's building structure. And maybe that's what makes this moment different from other breakout stories we've seen. She has the Academy foundation. She has the emotional backing of a nation. And now she has validation from former top pros openly discussing her global pull. But here's something I've been thinking about. There's a psychological element to this surge. When fans feel like they discovered a player early, they become invested. They feel ownership. That creates louder crowds. And Eala still feels like that secret you found before everyone else did. Even though now, everyone is starting to notice. The media attention is growing. The expectations are rising. And with that comes pressure. Can she handle it? That's where I want to hear from you. If Alexandra Eala steps into a Grand Slam semifinal this year, does the crowd energy double again? Or does it level out once the novelty fades? Because this moment right now feels electric. But tennis history is full of flashes that cooled off. I'm not saying she's a flash. I'm saying this is the critical phase. And if she converts this buzz into a title run, Querrey's prediction might not look crazy at all. Imagine the scenario. Eala lifting a slam trophy. Filipino flags flooding the stadium. Global headlines. A new market exploding in tennis viewership. That's transformative. And suddenly, the biggest draw debate wouldn't sound exaggerated, it would sound obvious. But we're not there yet. Right now, she's in the build-up phase. The phase where every match feels like a referendum on whether the hype is real. Her loss to Gauff in Dubai, that wasn't a setback. That was a measuring stick. And if you watched closely, you could see she belongs in those late-round battles. The gap isn't massive. It's manageable. And that's dangerous for the rest of the tour, because once belief fully locks in for a player, rankings can climb quickly. So, here's my take. Is Alexandra Eala officially bigger than Sabalenka and Gauff right this second? Not in achievements, but in raw crowd energy? In curiosity? In emotional pull? She might be leading that category right now. And that's not disrespect to established champions. That's recognition of a movement forming in real time. The tennis world thrives on new stars, on unexpected surges, on stories that feel bigger than forehands and backhands. Eala is delivering that story. The question is how the next chapter unfolds. Because if she backs this up with another deep WTA 1000 run, or even better, a slam semifinal this season, this conversation shifts from debate to declaration. And if she wins one, Querrey might look prophetic. So, I'll leave you with this. Are we witnessing the rise of the next global tennis icon? Or is this a beautiful surge that still needs proof at the very top? Drop your thoughts below. Is Alexandra Eala already the biggest draw in women's tennis? Or does she still have to win a slam to claim that title? RedDust Report will be tracking every step of this rise. And if this wave turns into a championship storm, you'll want to say you saw it coming. Because something is building, and it feels bigger every week. Short outro about RedDust Report. This is RedDust Report, where we don't just follow tennis, we feel it, debate it, and break it down like true fans of the game. Stay locked in.